Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today I'm going to be taking on the floor 5 boss fight and attempting to unlock the Shadow Assassin armor and a Livid Dagger. Now to get there, I'm going to first need a very large upgrade to my current armor set, which is going to involve unlocking a tarantula helmet and fighting a few more dragons to unlock some stronger dragon armor. Now, alongside that, I'm going to need some more accessories, possibly an upgrade to my pets, and a few other things to increase the efficiency so that I don't die in every single boss and get kicked out of every single party. So if you guys want to see that, stick around, because it's going to be a great episode. Now, I also want you guys to keep in mind that in every episode in this series, when it hits 500 likes, I'm giving away a free rank to someone in the comments who is subscribed. As you can see on screen, I can see if you're subscribed, so if you win and you're not subscribed, then you won't get picked, so that'd be very unlucky for you. Now, if you want proof of me doing the giveaway winner, it'll be in the second episode of this series, but without further ado, let's get into the video. Please subscribe, we're 4,000 away from YouTube rank. Okay, so I just completed a goblin raid, which would be my last commission because my dailies just reset, meaning that I'm now going to be able to unlock Heart of the Mountain level 3, giving me access to the crystal hollows. Now this is great because I need the iron from the crystal hollows to unlock the tarantula helmet, so it was either this or mining in the deep caverns, and I can tell you this is already going to be like 1,000 times easier. So if I can just make my way over to the king, I should, if this jump pad works, I should be able to claim my rewards, and then I can get to mining. Okay, so I did a lot of research, and by that I mean like one Google search, and apparently there's no really like better way to get iron than just mining in the deep cavern, in the 3 times in a row in the crystal hollows, just like this. So basically that's what I'm going to do. Now, I was talking to somebody in chat and they said it took them an entire day, which I'm assuming they don't mean 24 hours, but I'm assuming they mean a few hours to get one enchanted iron block. Now I'm going for 4/5 of an enchanted diamond block, so basically it's going to take a while. Now I feel like I'm working at a little bit higher of a rate than they were talking about, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is going to take me a very long time, so I'm probably just going to skip to the end, or if anything significant happens, because this is going to be one of the most boring grinds, and I'm sure you guys don't want to see it. Okay, so here we go. We now have all the items we need. The tarantula, okay, you guys are probably wondering how long it took. It only took me like 40 minutes. So I'm not sure if that guy was mining with like his fist or something, because it definitely would not have taken me an entire day to get half a stack more than this. So yeah, I have my tarantula silk. I couldn't find it and I was getting really worried I accidentally sold it until I found it in my inventory. But yeah, now I can just craft myself the tarantula helmet, and it should, according to a level 400 Skyblock level Ironman player, be a very good upgrade to the current set I have now. And if I can get myself like strong or unstable armor, then it should be very good and probably enough to beat floor 5. Now what I want to do is I have a ton of tarantula or spider essence from doing a bunch of arachenes, so I should be able to upgrade it to, you know, like dungeonize it and 5-star it and all that kind of thing. Then I'm going to fully enchant it, reforge it, and we're going to do, okay. Well, it seems I need catacomb level 16. I'm currently catacombs level 15, so I'm going to go grind up a few catacombs, then I'm going to reforge it, enchant it, and I'll get back to you guys so that we can compare it to my current helmet, which is the Bonzo mask. Okay, so we're going into a solo floor 5, just so we can compare it and see if it's actually viable in this floor. Now, I have the helmet on, I have my hyper cleaver, I have everything I'm going to be using, and let's go into my stats. Now, if we check my health, that's my health. I have 30,000 effective HP, and then if I put the Bonzo mask on, which by the way doesn't even have protection, and spoiler alert, I never put protection on it, is 28,000. Which is pretty close. Like, I didn't expect it to be that close. I thought the, you know, helmet would be a bit better. If we go into like damage stats, I have about 800 crit damage and about 340 strength. So 340, 800. If we put the Bonzo mask on and come in here, it's 7 less strength and about 40 less crit damage. Which, by the way, like obviously the tarantula helmet is better, but you have to keep in mind, A, the Bonzo mask isn't starred. B, it doesn't have protection, and C, its ability literally gives you an extra life. So it does have better damage, and it does have better health, but it's like you're giving up literal immunity and like a second life, which is very important, obviously, in dungeons, because you don't want to just like run into a like room, get one tapped by a shadow assassin, then get kicked from your party. So maybe for now, I think I'm just gonna rock the Bonzo mask. I think I may have wasted my time. I'm gonna be honest. I think the like 3 hours I spent grinding this might have been a waste of time. To be fair to the guy who told me about this, the Bonzo mask was a second run drop and it's a 1 out of 50 chance, so it isn't like it's reasonable for you to have it, but you know, let's see. If I can solo this frozen adventurer, then the helmet's just not good enough, really. Like, I really need, nah. Like, I really need that second life. I just don't have enough health and damage. Maybe if I get higher in my catacombs level, and maybe I get a little bit more, like, strength so that the crit damage increases higher, maybe it could be better, but for now, I think it's not as good as I probably thought it was going to be. Okay, so I was trying to, like, grind up to get some more summoning eyes so that I could work on getting, strong dragon armor or unstable. And I realized, like, I could probably be doing the Voidgloom Slayer right now while I do this, and then I can get the items that are required for a Juju bow, just in case I want to go for that ever, in case, like, I don't know, it just turns out to be convenient, so I might as well start grinding it now. But I realized I need a tier 4 kill of a Sven boss, which I obviously can't do alone, so I took myself to the park. Hopefully somebody is going to help me out here, and if they can kill it for me, then I can go do some tier 1s, which I should be able to kill myself, because in the end I do like 30,000 damage per hit, so it's only going to take like 10 hits to kill the boss. Okay, so I mean, I can do the tier 1s, technically. However, it takes me like such a large amount of time that it's probably not worth it compared to the like time I lose grinding summoning eyes. And also, it's like I have to kill like 2,000 tier 1s to just get the items that are required for a Juju bow. And that doesn't like count every other item that's required. And considering the fact that I just grinded up a tarantula helmet that was completely useless, I think I'm just going to stick to grinding up what I know is going to work, which are dragons. So yeah, I only need like 2 more strong dragon kills. I'm getting a decent amount of dragon spawns while I'm here killing summoning eyes, or killing, you know what I mean, while I'm doing the Voidgloom Slayer. So I'm probably just going to stop doing it and just, focus on grinding eyes so that I can get this grind over and done with. I can get to the floor 5 fight, and then from there we can get like a livid dagger and shadow assassin armor, and then maybe I can think about taking on this boss, because okay, why is he invisible? I don't know. Let's just move on. Let's see if we can get any strong dragons. Okay, so I was thinking about it, and obviously everybody would want a superior dragon, right? Like, why wouldn't you? But I feel like it would be inconvenient because to spawn in, okay, strong dragon, let's go. We only need 1 more from now. But as I was saying, with superior dragons, I would need like another 8 of them, which is, it's good to make some progress, but considering it's not really that good once you get like shadow assassin armor, it would probably just be like, I'd rather probably get a strong dragon than a superior is what I'm saying. So yeah, that's what I'm sticking with for now. But obviously I can't decide, and what I want doesn't really affect it, so whatever happens, happens, and I'm very happy that I got a strong dragon, because now I only need 1 more, and considering how many people do dragons, because obviously they want to max out the bestiary, and they want to just do it for fun, I should get it pretty quickly. Okay, we're at 39 fragments, all we need is a strong dragon, come on, let's actually go. Okay, here we go, strong dragon. We can now get strong dragon boots, which is, it's very nice. It's going to go with our tarantula and probably make our tarantula helmet a lot stronger, because obviously before, like, it wasn't as good because we didn't have as much strength to turn into crit damage, but because this, these boots are going to give me so much strength, it's going to make a lot more sense. But the tarantula helmet actually has a decently higher, like, increase in use now. So there we go. We can make my strong dragon boots. Now, the 2 items, keep in mind now, I just want to foreshadow something very quickly. The 2 items that I spent the most time on are my strong dragon boots and my tarantula helmet. Helmet and boots. Just keep that in mind for when we start doing floor 7, okay? I just want that to linger in the back of your head. But yeah, this is very nice. I can now take it. I do not have anywhere close to enough dragon essence to 5-star it. I can probably dungeonize it, hopefully. Otherwise, it'll be completely useless, so I hope I can dungeonize it. But yeah, from there, we should be able to do floor 5. Like, I'm thinking I can probably tank it. Like, you can basically just cheese the boss fight, and I'm Kata 42, I think, on my main profile, so I do know all the secrets and, like, pathways and routes and stuff, so I should be able to help out a lot better than most people. And if I have to, like, hide during the boss fight, I think my contribution to the team is definitely going to be worth it. Okay, so now that I've got my strong dragon boots, I'm feeling ready to do floor 5, I just tested it out in floor 4, it's looking pretty good. It took me about... Are you serious? The first floor 5 run I do after getting my strong dragon boots, I get shadow assassin boots, which are, by the way, a decent bit better than strong. Are you serious? Oh, like this isn't that bad. Like, I obviously just kind of passively got the strong dragon fragments, right? Like, it wasn't like it was something I was actively grinding for. Like, if this was a shadow assassin helmet, I'd be kind of upset because I spent so much time grinding for my tarantula helmet. But, like, it's still a little bit annoying. Like, it could have been, like, anything else. But unfortunately, I mean, I guess fortunately, it is an upgrade. It's just like, I don't know. I mean, I can't really argue, and I can't really be upset about it. It's just like, it would have. I don't know. You guys know the feeling though. It's like I feel like I kind of wasted those fragments, even though I had no chance of knowing. It's just like I got too lucky, and it's kind of upset me. But I mean, it's fine as long as I don't, waste all that time I spent on my tarantula helmet. Then I should be good. Obviously, I would enjoy a shadow assassin helmet, but at least let me live out the happiness for a little bit. Give me like a shadow assassin, I don't know, pants or a chestplate, or give me a liver dagger even. That would be much preferred to a shadow assassin helmet. Second run. My second run. The 3 hours I spent on my tarantula helmet is now completely wasted because I just got a shadow assassin helmet and a shadow assassin boots. Now this is great. Like, I'm not arguing, and I'm happy that I got these upgrades because they're gonna allow me to progress to floor 6 much faster. But it would have been nice if Hypixel just gave me a heads up about this before, I went in and spent all this time grinding for it. So, yay. I don't even know the chances of getting these. I just feel like the chance is way lower than getting it back to back. So, yeah, I mean, good upgrades. It's just a shame that I wasted 3 hours of my life. Okay, so we're currently in the arachenes area because I'm trying to grind up 12 million coins so that I can buy 2 recombobulators that I dropped. So yeah, I've been very, very lucky. I've done a decent amount of runs, but definitely not enough to be dropping all of these items. So yeah, I'm going to grab them because I obviously only have 48 hours, and then I'm going to buy them. I'm not sure what I'm going to put them on. I don't think I'm going to do it on my, shadow assassin armor just yet. I don't think there's really any viable upgrades. I just don't want to waste it, and obviously I want to put one on a liver dagger or shadow fury, whichever one I drop, or even a giant sword possibly. So I'm going to save one of them. I'm probably going to save both of them and then use them at a time that is deemed reasonable. Okay, so I had somebody comment, hey, you should probably work on finding a perm floor 7 party, because the biggest struggle I had in Ironman for unlocking a Hyperion was the fact that it takes so much downtime in Party Finder. And I was like, I haven't done dungeons in over a year, but surely it's not that bad. I remember back when I used to play dungeons, there would be an entire row and a half, an entire page and a half just dedicated to floor 7 parties. Nowadays, I'm not sure if master mode has had an effect on here because I can't search for master mode, but it's there's barely even one page of dungeon parties. I just struggled to see how there's only 100 people playing dungeons at once. Now, I'm too socially inept to make my own party, and I only join other people, so I'm not sure if there's a bunch of other people just waiting around, but it has taken me so long to do 15 floor 5 runs. The average run is 6 minutes, but it's taken me 3 hours. Yeah, that math makes sense. Because I just spend so much more time waiting. And then I'll do 3 or 4 runs, somebody leaves, and then as soon as one person leaves, the entire run dies. I mean, I've even ended up having to do floor 4 runs just so I don't end up wasting too much time because there's nothing else to do. Okay, so notably, this is not the floor 5 boss fight. I found a guy just in Party Finder randomly who was trying to level up his golden dragon by just doing XP runs. So basically, he just carried us. Basically, he would just instantly run into the. You guys know how XP runs. It's he would just blood rush, go straight in. It'd be a 3-minute run, but I would still get 8,000 XP per run. 8,000 times 20 per hour. I was getting 150,000 XP per hour getting carried. So it definitely boosted up my catacombs XP a lot, which is really nice because I feel like my skill is a little bit higher than my catacombs level right now, so I couldn't get into good parties, but hopefully with this boost I'm gonna be able to actually play at the level I should be playing at. So yeah, of course, thank you to not Jonna for carrying me through all these runs. I really appreciate it, and it's definitely going to help out with this series because, trust me, floor 5 and floor 4 Party Finder were actually making me go insane. It genuinely was taking up so much time that it was not even worth playing. I would basically just join a party that's got 2 people in it, and then just grind up summoning eyes in the end for 10 minutes waiting for the party to fill. It was really stupid, and this should help out run a lot, but I am still going to be needing to go back to floor 5 to obviously get a liver dagger because I don't really feel like doing 500 S+ runs to try and get a giant sword, because even though the boost is kind of decent, it's definitely not worth the time it's going to take. Okay, so here's a current status update on everything that's happened so far. So basically, my current dungeoneering level or catacombs level is 21, which is, I was 19 before I got carried, so thank you very much. Now, I want to unlock an aspect at the end, because I was certainly struggling with getting secrets easily, because I had to, like, ender pearl around everywhere. It was just not very convenient, so I'm going to go and find the Bal boss, so that I can grind up a few more blaze rods, because it should be pretty easy to get it from there, and then I should be able to get the rest of the enchanted Eyes of Ender that I need, and I should be able to make it pretty easily. Okay, so here we go, pretty easy. It'd be pretty cool if I got a Bal pet, however I didn't get one, and I do need an enchanted diamond, but I'll just get that from the caves that surround me here, so that's gonna be pretty easy. Let's skip towards me getting the aspect to the end, and then I have a lot of dungeon chests open, like 50 or so we'll look at the loot we get from there, and it should all be pretty good. Okay, so I just cleared through all of the loot, and basically the only two things that I got that of like any real importance was I got a Necromancer Lord boots, which is much tankier than Holy Dragon, so if I ever want to play as like a tank or as a healer, that's a good option. And I also got a Giant's Tooth. Those are the only two items, but I could obviously put the Giant's Tooth on the Necromancer Lord boots and make it one of the most tanky armor sets in the game, so that's something I would definitely look forward to doing, maybe. It just depends on what class I want to play, and depends on if I get a Liver Dagger anytime soon. Okay, so here we go. We can now claim our rewards now that I got the money. The Giant's Tooth, here we go, pretty easy. It also gives a decent amount of Wither Essence if I want to upgrade my Necromancer boots. Now, I was thinking, I think it's going to be best if I run floor 7 with this setup, with like a tankier kind of like Necromancer Lord setup, because it would just be, like, I'm going to get Wither Armor most likely from playing dungeons, right? Like, I don't think it's that rare. So I think that if I run this so I don't die, and I can, maximize my S plus chances, increase my RNG meter, then eventually I'm just going to get Wither Armor. I can turn that into Necrons or whatever I want to wear, and I think minimizing the amount of deaths I have is the best. Now, I can obviously always, it's not like I have to get rid of one of the armor sets. The only reason I would need it is if I need to, for example, star it and I don't have enough essence, but I think for now I'm going to focus on my Shadow Assassin because I don't need the tankiness, but once I get into floor 7 I will need more tankiness, so obviously if I do see some Necromancer armor or something like that, I'm going to pick it up because, I'm going to need it in the future. But yeah, I apparently can't combine the Giant's Tooth onto here because I don't have the mining level, and I don't really feel like mining right now. I can obviously do that later or in the future, so for now I think I'm just going to go back to grinding up probably floor 5 because I want a Livid Stagger, and we'll see what happens from there. Oh yeah, and one extra thing, I'm about to run out of my cookie buff, so I should probably be grinding up a bit more arachnes now. It is kind of boring, and it's the only money making method I use, so it's going to take me like 2 hours or so I'll probably only do a little bit, maybe like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 million, and then we can always come back to it later if I need the money, but because I spend most of my time in dungeons, I don't really need a boosted cookie anyway, and I can afford at least like 4 god potions, so that should be enough to last me like a couple of weeks. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be needing is a bunch of talismans, because currently my magical power is probably the most depressing thing about this profile. I mean, it's currently like 20. Like, that's not a joke, by the way. It's literally like 20. I've only added the accessories that you can buy from that one NPC, so it's not looking very good. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is mine up a bunch of redstone so that I can obviously unlock more slots. I'm also going to mine a bit of like gold and emeralds while I'm down here because there are a few accessories, and we're just going to go through a few of them. We're not going to gain that much because I don't have much of the game unlocked, so I don't have the recipes for a lot of talismans, but we're going to get a decent amount and improve it above the 20 current magical power that I have, because that is just unacceptable. Okay, so mining up that little bit, I can now get my first talisman, which is the Talisman of Coins. Next up, I'm going to get the Talisman of the Gravity Talisman, and then the Talisman of the Magnetic Talisman. So there are a few ones in the Emerald Collection. They should all be pretty easy just to grab while I'm down here, so let me get them really quickly. Okay, so after getting those few, the next thing I'm going to grab is the Farming Talisman. These are all very little ones, but it's important to grab the easy ones, so let me get them. Then next up, I think we're going to be working on getting some of the Slayer ones. I think that's what I'm going to do now. What I need is the Zombie Talisman. I'm going to upgrade that. But first of all, as you can see, I had 21 magical power before putting these talisman in. Now I have 37, and we're just going to keep working our way up. So yeah, I need to kill a few Revenant Horrors to unlock the upgrade to the Zombie Talisman, so let me do that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to need is the Broodmother kill, so I can get the Spider Talisman and then upgrade it using the Tarantula Silk that I have. It says that the Broodmother is imminent, which means less than a minute. However, there are some pretty high level players here trying to steal my kills, so hopefully I'm aware, and hopefully I don't fall in a hole, because that would be pretty inconvenient, especially, okay, there it is, come on. This is why I need the aspect to the end. Like, that was so nice. Really useful. There we go. We got the Spider Talisman. I'm not sure if it's a certain drop, so if it isn't, then I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, we can use a very large amount of Tarantula Silk I have here to just upgrade the talisman, and we can move on to the next one, which is going to probably be the Night Vision Talisman, because that's like just the easiest one to get. Okay, so the Night Vision Talisman does require a 10,000 collection. However, if you put Silk Touch on your axe, then you're going to get 9 collection per block you break, because it gives you the actual block, and that counts as 9 normal mushrooms, because that's how the crafting recipe works. So that's a much better way to do it. I'm also going to grab myself the Potion Affinity Talisman, and there we go. Now, the next thing I want to do, is get a few more talisman, but I think getting a little bit of alchemy level would be nice, just to increase the efficiency of my god potions, but that's something for the future. I'm going to look through here. I can't really think of the next talisman I'm going to get, so I'm probably going to check on the like Skyblock add-ons, the Skyblock like Discord helper, where you do like /missing to see what the easiest ones are, and see if there are any that are appropriate for my Ironman profile. Okay, so considering the fact that I started out with like 21 magical power, I think tripling it isn't bad. It has given me an additional like 30 crit damage, which is insanely good. It's also given me like 3 extra strength and 3 extra attack speed, so that's awesome to see. Now obviously I can make more upgrades, but I would definitely need to be unlocking more of the game, and that's maybe something that wouldn't be as valuable right now. If in the future I'm like really struggling with damage, obviously it's a good choice, but for now I can basically 1 or 2 tap every single mob, and that's without a livid dagger, which I'm going to be working towards in the next episode. So A, watch the next episode when it comes out, because it's going to be a banger, but B, I probably don't need the accessories that badly unless there's some easy ones, which I'll just pick up along the way. Now there's going to be a video on the left of your screen. If you want to watch that, click it. There's one on the right as well. Pick whichever one looks the most interesting, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. So without further ado, hope you've subscribed, enter the giveaway, and we are 4,000 subscribers away from 30,000, which is YouTube rank, so I really appreciate all the support, and I'll see you guys next time.